Well, hello and welcome back in, everybody. This is episode 8, season 5 on Feeding the Next Gen Roleplay, and this one I want to get a lot done. Got a few things I really want to work on, which is get all the way to planting time, harvest time, and keep these chickens alive for the rest of the season. Because if I'm getting all the way to planting time, that means that's the end of the season. So let's go ahead and look at our chickens, and look at that, the food is at 0. That is a huge issue, but there is something that may help me quite a bit here. And that is the fact that I did edit the XML file. I finally just went ahead and did it. It now holds 2 million liters of food. Let's see here, not sure where I can exactly see that, but actually looking in here at the keyboard controls, there's another mod I installed that's pretty cool. Go ahead and show that off here in just a minute. Previously, this chicken barn, whatever, coop could only hold 200,000 liters of food. I just went ahead and went in there and added an extra 0 to it. Now it's holding that. And also I want to go ahead and sell off these chicken males in there because they're just a huge waste. We've already met our goal, and speaking of selling them off, I don't see that trigger here. That is what that new mod is I got. It's this hide mod trigger or something, hide the trigger something mod, whatever. I believe it's PC only. That seems like something that would only be allowed on PC. I used to always go into the settings and disable that. Well, I'd have to turn it on and off all the time trying to keep it off camera. But now with that being a mod option, I will be able to hit a button and do it if I remember. 1,000 male chickens here, and that's all I can sell off is 1,000 is the max at a time. We're going to sell off more just once I get in here. Let's hear. Ooh, man, got 1789 out of that. That's not bad. So it's looking like we might be able to hit our requirements next year around. We've already got it this season, this year. And I'm not sure what the requirements are next year. I'd have to check the paperwork for that, but we'll get there eventually. Now, like I said, we got a large capacity here. Do I want to fill that up all the way? Yes, probably, most likely. I do know it's going to come in handy, especially since I want to skip all the way till harvest time. And I did mention getting all the way to planting time, which is actually right now. So let me get these chickens taken care of pretty well and get some workers out there on the fields. Well, you know what? They're already good. Wasting time if I ain't got no workers out there. Let me get some workers out on the field. Getting a worker over here on this field, and I'm a little low on seeds or potatoes, I believe. Maybe even a little low on some fertilizer, I'm not sure. We'll see how fast that goes through. We got some good amount of money up there. I'm also thinking about buying another cedar planter, but there's something else very important I need to buy before I purchase that. And the other thing I need to buy is really expensive, and it's really expensive in real life too. That would be land. Gosh, stuff costs so much nowadays. Ooh, I was about to be worried. So looking at this land here, I do try to take some notes. I'm all over the place. I work a lot. I got multiple series going, so I try to keep notes for each one of these series. And my notes said buy farmland or field. Well, actually it says buy a new field 33 for $210,000. I didn't read that $210,000, and I wasn't in this screen. So I go into this screen here and it shows 33. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I look at the money. I'm like, no, I don't got enough money there. It is actually just field 33, not farmland 33. This is farmland 32. We're going to go ahead and purchase this. Now, why are we purchasing this? Because I like to buy more land. No, but I think we're going to be a little short this year around on our harvest for our contract requirement. Our contract requirement is 1.25 million liters of potatoes has to be harvested. If we don't get that, we have to pay a fine. And I'm pretty sure we was under that just a little bit last year around. So just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and get this new field. This may have been a mistake, $151,000 in seeds. Now the reason I say it may have been a mistake is because I have the option to put actual potatoes in there for a lot cheaper of a price. But I'm like, no, that's just way too cheap. That seems a little too cheaty. Let's just do seeds all the way around for anything I plant. And that was a lot of money. Gosh, $201,000 left. I don't think I can afford another cedar planter because I still got to buy food for those chickens. And not forget about that, because it's very important that we keep these chickens alive. I'm going to go ahead and do something totally crazy. Now, this is a huge risk. This is possibly going to ruin my bank account series all in general. I mean, this is crazy. In the enhanced animals system, there's animals can be removed. So if they're food, right there it says off to the side, animals can be removed when health drops to 0%. I'm turning that on. I'm saying let's keep these chickens alive. Let's really put some bite behind that bark, if you get what I'm saying. Well, this ain't looking good. Money's almost gone. A little over 200,000 liters of food here, and I got to figure out how to make some more money. I think it'd be fairly easy to do, possibly. I just got to sell off some of my stuff. Now, whether it's best sell time is most likely no. But let's go ahead and top this off, keep this running over here. Why am I not moving? What is going on? Oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess it wouldn't move while it was empty now. That's kind of weird. Or maybe that's normal. Almost 400,000 liters of food in there with the requirement over 200,000 liters each month. So this ain't even 2 months worth of food in there right now. And we are out of money. And that is really going to be an issue for keeping them alive. Ooh. Over here looking at our brand new field now, and this has a lot of rocks on it, but with it being our brand new field, we're gonna go ahead and plow it up anyways. We're gonna plow it, pick up the rocks, and plant some new crop in there. Potatoes? Well, you know what? I got alignment also. Well, let's go ahead and get started on that. Here's the thing, got a new field, got nothing to name it yet. I think I got an idea. My very first channel member, I feel like I should name it after him. And plus, I believe he's making a little bit of content here and there, worth checking out, and that is going to be Dan. First field planting done, heading off to the next one right now, and I want to go ahead and just go over this, give a thanks to these people right here. And whenever I first started this channel, I didn't know exactly who to name these fields after. I didn't know who was going to come here and comment, but I did know there was 4 people for sure that was always there for me and helping me out. There are other content creators, AutoSim Crew, The Herd, Rambo Hacker Gaming, and Simulation Gaming Universe, which I believe he just changed his name back to Farm Sim Universe. Yes, he did. Had to confirm that. He just recently did it. Yeah, I remember I saw his new logo and I was like, man, that logo looks sweet. And then he said he went back to his original name. And then I just went ahead and added Dan there. He was my first channel member on here. Now, I will end up adding people who just regularly comment too. There's no doubt about that, but these are the people that stand out the most. Like I said, this was my first series I started on this channel, one of the first, and I had some fields I had to name. That's where I got to it. I need to do a little better job of naming these fields on other series, but I've been forgetting. I always try to show my appreciation for the viewers as much as possible. And if y'all didn't know that, you could see that over on my $10 million sheep challenge with these fun little sheep of the months. Got about 700,000 liters of potatoes in here. I'm gonna go ahead and sell those off to try to get our bank account back up. Now, this is absolutely a horrible time to sell. We can look right here, and this doesn't even have a color to it as far as green, any shades of green. Even there's a shade of yellowish, I guess, right there. Yeah, we're losing a lot of money here, a lot. So we can see the value right here as I got in the screen. Looks like it's not dropping any, but it's at 455,000 here, and the max value is at 511. So easily missing out on a good 56. Whoop, can't math. 50 plus 6. Yeah, 56,000-ish. Got the stone picker off and going on our new field. Gonna go ahead and get some lime on there. I think I should be able to apply it at the same time. Now, if y'all don't remember, the stones are being made into lime, which is being sold off. So moving forward, I will be buying all my lime, which still makes me a profit as long as I got enough money to buy my lime. I really don't want to sell this, but I really don't want to lose all those chickens. I guess there's really no reason not to sell it except for making premium potatoes. It just goes so slow. I can't rely on selling premium potatoes only. We're gonna go ahead and sell this here. We do have a grain field with barley on it that's going to be harvestable in about 2 to 3 months. That's a little too long after we looked at the animal food calculator for our chicken pen. Yeah, that's just a little too long. Hopefully this will get us till that harvest time. Wow, $452,000. Looking good. Love it. With all that new money we got, I'm gonna go ahead and spend $288,000 on some barley, which gave us 400,000 liters. We'll go ahead and put that all in the chicken coop, and that should be plenty to get us to harvest time. Well, you know what? I guess it depends on how much they reproduce, because that number is just gonna go up every single month. We are now in the month of April, and I am a little concerned that those chickens are super fast. Holy cow, you see that blur on them? They definitely had some blurriness to them. I don't know why, but a lot of my stuff's been doing that. As they move fast on this game, it's been starting to blur more. Not sure why. But anyways, what I was trying to say here was that we might have a problem, not this month, but right here it says they require 267,000 liters of food. I mean, hey, we got maybe 2 months worth. I mean, next month it will go up more. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a big problem, because our field for barley will not be ready to harvest by the time we run out. So I got to start looking at getting some more money, because I got to buy some feed. Yes, I have enough money to buy the food right now that I need, but that will leave me with not enough money to buy the equipment, not buy it, but lease the equipment for the harvest. And plus, some items are on best sell price right now. Currently, the two things that are on best sell price that I really want to sell off is going to be the starch and the fried potatoes. Yes, the starch is used for further productions, but I do have some in storage. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the storage and leave the stuff that's in the productions in the productions. Got everything loaded up out of our little storage shed we have. I say little, I believe it holds a lot of pallets, like 1,000. But we're going to go ahead and get it sold off here. And oh my gosh, it only sold off half. I guess I wasn't close enough. Guess that is the downside of not having that trigger showing through there, but $21,130 plus a $2,469 environmental score reward. And this is actually not all of it. Like I was saying, that's all we got out of that storage. I got some more somewhere else. $55,549 plus that $6,492 environmental score. We're going to go ahead and head over to our other potato production, which has some starch spawning out. Here's the last of the starch I had. Gonna go ahead and get sold off, and we're gonna purchase some more feed for the chickens. That ended up making us almost $51,000 plus almost $6,000 in environmental score reward. We're just gonna set this off to the side, go get some chicken feed, and I'm thinking maybe leave right around $100,000 in our bank account for whenever it comes around the harvest time. That might be enough money to lease the equipment we need. I mean, we do get some pretty big equipment, so that leasing fee might be a lot larger than I was thinking. Plus, we lose money every single month with this loan and other stuff. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I had to stop it at $150,000. I mean, we'd spend $172,000 there, but the thing is, I just couldn't think to myself that $100,000 would be enough money to lease everything we need. So this is just playing it safe right here. I will definitely keep an eye on this chicken coop and make sure it doesn't run out of food, because once it does, they all dead. And gosh, we got 13,584 chickens in there. I do not want to lose them. Daily food requirement, 267,000. Like I said, it's going to go up, but that should be enough to get us to harvest time, hopefully. And hopefully I got enough money for that. I'll see you then, or I'll see y'all whenever there's an emergency. That night alone took us down to $130,000 almost. Gosh, that is, that's not good at all. So every single month losing 30,000. I got another month to go. I'm going to go check on these chickens, but I'm actually going to have to get off here and go to work. I mean, y'all ain't got to notice that. It's just going to be a little split second for y'all, because I'm going to have to record it another day. But it is actually currently 5 a.m. and I have been up since 12:30 a.m. editing videos and working on this episode. And man, we're down to 500,000 liters of food. Looking good. I'll see y'all tomorrow, but it'll be a few seconds for y'all. We are now in the month of June, and I believe it's time to do some harvesting with $107,000 in the top right. I think that's going to be enough to lease the equipment we want. Let's get over to that field, make sure it's good to go. But before we do that, still got to make sure these chickens are alive and see how close they are to not being alive. They got food, they are alive, but they also require almost 370,000 liters of food each month. That is a lot of food. This is a big mistake, I think. But yeah, we definitely don't have enough food to survive this month. Let's go ahead and get a harvest it and then see how much that gives us. Might make another decision about that field, because I don't think it's going to be big enough. Also got another issue we got to deal with here. Our global goods transport pallet here is full. 200,000 liters of eggs. Got to get another one of those in or store those somewhere else. Most likely get another one of those in. Since this is a lease, I'm not really going to waste any time or money into upgrading it with any special colors, but there's a little optional fee on there of $10,000. That's because we're going to go with that unreal capacity, 1.25 million liters on this thing. We'll go ahead and lease this, hopefully. Yes, there it goes, $15,855. That is ours. Now, of course, we're going to find some header to go along with that. I got to work her off and going, doing the harvesting on this field, while I got some other work to do back at the farm as far as moving some products around and figuring out that issue with the eggs. I'm just going to go into the store again, go ahead and have one of these delivered out to the farm. $1,000 is all they cost. I should probably get a few of them. You know what? That does sound like a good idea. I wasn't sure. We'll get 2 of them. Now, as far as these go, I'm just going to put it right up against the discharge part of this other bag, and it should go into this one, emptying out the one there, which I'll just make a whole line of them eventually, holding, what, 600,000 liters with 3 of them all together. Looking right up here at the premium potatoes, they are on best sell time right now and a high value. Let's go ahead and get all those checked out from wherever they're at, get them sold off, make a little bit of money. Almost 20,000 liters of it. We'll just go ahead and get sold off here at this market. And oh man, it broke up there. I hate when that happens. But there was $15,025 plus a $1,797 plus $11,801 plus a $1,411. Well, altogether there, we're up to $115,000. That's good for now. Still got a little ways to go on the field work as far as the harvester and picking up the straw. Went ahead and leased this pickup wagon here. It holds 1 million liters, so that's pretty nice. And I can't believe it's already full. Let's go ahead and get this dumped off in our silo. See how much we can get all together, because that's something I'm really interested in. And of course, we'll end up using the straw eventually. I think I got some future plans for next season to go ahead and change it up some. But y'all have to stick around for that. This is rest of the straw off the field. Ended up getting 666,164 liters here, plus that 1 million from earlier. So that's some pretty good numbers. Now, I don't know how much grain we got. That's the big question. That's actually what that course plate in the top there says needs to be unloaded. Haven't jumped over there yet. Really worried it's not going to be that much. I'm just trying to brainstorm some ideas of like, how am I going to feed these chickens? How am I going to keep these chickens alive? How am I going to afford it? Because it's looking like I'm going to have to buy the food. A lot. This is not good at all. Only 434,000 liters of barley in here. Yeah, I was hoping for close to 1 million, but no, didn't even get halfway there. Let's take it over to our chickens, at least feed them with what that is, and try to figure something out. Probably not anytime soon, probably after the potato harvest. That only took us up to 604,000 liters of food, and that's not even enough for 2 months. Ooh, I got a few months until it's time to harvest those potatoes, so it looks like I'm gonna have to sell some stuff off to buy some more things. As the potato fields came around to harvest time, there was no more farmer to harvest these. What had happened was nobody had seen the farmer, and a welfare check was done. With that welfare check being done, found out he passed away from a heart attack, and there was nobody there to help him. There was also nobody for him to pass this on to, so that is actually going to be the end of this Feeding the Next Gen roleplay. I would say it was very successful. Sorry for this dark ending. A little behind the story here, behind the scene, behind the idea here. My dad has actually been in the hospital for the last week with some serious heart issues. I'm going to go pick him up pretty soon. This was not my intentions to end this series like this, but you just never know when that happens. So I just want to say, spend some time with your loved ones, because you never know. And I really want to thank y'all so much for stopping in, watching, completing this whole series, start to end. It means a lot. It was a lot of fun doing this. I got a lot of more crazy ideas out there. I'm going to bring them up and do them again, over and over again. And one last time, if y'all haven't already, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all got any tips, tricks, or suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments section, because they're always welcome. Very much appreciate it, and very much need it. And until next time, y'all take care.